So Relational Database Management System is a software, and this software is used to insert the data, to update the data, to delete the data. We can select the data, we can backup the data, we can apply security on the data. For example, some users can see Australia data, some users can see India's data. Those users who are watching India data, they cannot watch Australia data, and those users who are watching Australia data, they cannot watch India's data. Then there are many other tasks which it can perform, but majorly from the development point of view or from the querying point of view, these are the tasks which are done. Like we need to perform the storage operations. For example, we need to store the data using the insert command, and then we can modify the data using the update command, and sometimes we need to delete the data as well. And most of the times we go for select operations, because you see what can happen, my data is in much detailed format, but I want to see the report in summary. Let's suppose I have a data which has per day sales. So it has a record of each and every day sales, but I want to see month-wise sales. So I need to write the select command in such a way that it can convert the detailed data into the summary data. So there are many different kinds of select command present in our SQL Server course that I will be going to teach you in this particular course. So this software can handle relational database or the tables which are stored in the relational database. So the examples of relational database management systems are SQL Server. Now this is a product of Microsoft. Then we have Oracle. Oracle is owned by Oracle itself. Then we have MySQL. Then we have Postgre. So there are many different companies which are available who have RDBMS systems. So you see, for handling these operations like insert, update, delete, select, for doing all these operations, we need to write SQL commands. To insert the data into the tables, we need to write SQL command. To update the data, to delete the data, to select the data, to take the backup, to implement security and many other operations, we need SQL commands because that software understands the SQL commands. The full form of SQL command is structured query language. When you write SQL commands for Microsoft SQL Server, then it is known as T-SQL. When you write SQL commands for Oracle, that is known as PL/SQL. When you write SQL commands for IBM DB2, then the name is SQL Procedural Language. So every company has given different names to the SQL commands. So T-SQL is known as Transact SQL. PL/SQL is known as Procedural SQL. For MySQL, it is called SQL only. And IBM DB2, they call it as SQL Procedural Language. Because you see, there will be a little bit of difference in the syntax or the style of the command. You see, the way you write stored procedure, triggers, view in Microsoft SQL Server will be different from the way it is written in the Oracle, or it will be different in MySQL. So there will be a bit of difference in each and every product. So every company has given different name to their SQL version. And I think Postgre has Postgre PL/SQL, something like that. So up to now I have told you database. What is database? Database is just you can store the data. But when you store the data in the form of tables, that is known as relational database. And these are the softwares which can handle the relational database like SQL Server, Oracle, MySQL, Postgre, IBM DB2. Using this software, you can perform all these operations. So the SQL commands are understood by these softwares, and these softwares are known as RDBMS.